we've been talking all along, Seth, when it comes to trading Deshaun Watson. Last night was treated as some sort of drop dead date to trade Deshaun Watson. Boy, if you're going to trade him, move him before the draft so you can get some picks this year. And I guess as I think it through now, and some of this comes with Charles Robinson's article in Yahoo yesterday or 2 nights ago, saying that, the one team that could still make a trade for Deshaun Watson heading into last night's draft, or I would add in shortly after the draft now, would be Miami. And here's why, is that I think Tua Tagovailoa is going to be part of any trade that the Texans made with the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. I don't think they were going to trade with the Dolphins to get a pick to select a quarterback. I think they were going to trade for Tua. They can still trade for Tua. Now, the thought would be they trade for Tua and you get some of that draft capital that Miami has as well. However, now that the Dolphins have selected actual players with these picks, I think you could reasonably say that if trade talks, if Deshaun puts all this behind him, if he settles with some of these women, if he's found not liable maybe, or whatever, if Deshaun, whatever the scenario looks like, if Deshaun Watson is cleansed enough as an asset to be able to move him in a deal, for a deal that Nick Caserio feels is a good deal for the Texans, then what's to stop them from trading him to the Dolphins, not just for Tua, but instead of getting picks 6 and 18 in the draft, well, now there's names attached to those. So instead, it would be Tua. Maybe they mix Jalen Waddle into the deal, and you get a first next year and a first the following year, something like. Instead of 3 firsts and Tua, it's Tua, some draft picks, and maybe a couple of these guys that you actually used the picks on last night.
I guess that all makes sense from our perspective, but then I'm left wondering, as I look at the Dolphins, they've assembled a hell of a cast around Tua now, and are they going to want to relinquish any of that to bring in Deshaun Watson? Is Deshaun Watson just that much more of the golden prize that you give up on Jalen Waddle and everybody else? Perhaps, I suppose.
Well, they were reportedly ready to entertain that before the draft. I guess now the question becomes now that you've picked Jalen Waddle, you can envision it a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference. Yeah. And I guess it's completely emotional. It shouldn't matter, and yet somehow now that you have the bird in hand, there's something that I feel like you move on, and it's all hypothetical beforehand. Sure, we'll trade you that pick and another pick,
6th pick,
and Ver is now oh wow, so we've got Devontae Parker and Will Fuller and Jalen Waddle all here.
Holy crap, they have Will Fuller too.
Yeah, that's right.
About that.
For at least 8 games this year.
Yeah.